Так, всем привет, продолжаем проходить Vampire Masquerade. Ну чё?
That's not a good sign.
Добрый знак, туда нельзя проникнуть. Заданий куча. Так, походу на комментуйте. Мы поговорим с ним.
Special Agent Smith.
The FBI! Finally, some backup. Lieutenant's expecting you. Straight ahead. Watch out for the bloodstains. Forensics hasn't been through here yet.
Got it.
Что тут у нас?
The victim lost a lot of blood.
Хрена себе шлиночка. Башку мне снесли.
Lieutenant Anderson, I'm in charge of the investigation.
Special Agent Smith, FBI.
Really? Smith. Is that some
Smith.
kind of joke?
No, why?
Let it go. Never mind. I'll give you the DL. We got a call from the caretaker around 2:15. He told us that one of his residents was brought in with an injury carried by his bodyguards. We sent a squad car that got here around 2:45.
Is the caretaker still here?
He's in the living room. But I don't think you'll be able to get anything useful out of him. Poor guy's in shock.
Who was the first person on the scene?
That would be Baker. He's somewhere around here. It shouldn't be hard to find him.
Okay, then what?
When they stepped inside, the guys came face to face with that.
Do we know who the victim is?
Yeah, he had his ID on him. It's the owner, a guy
Jason
named
Moore.
Jason Moore. I don't know who this guy pissed off, but things didn't work out too well for him.
Did you secure all the exits and entrances to the building?
Yes, we've got men on the ground floor and in the parking garage.
How do you get to the parking garage?
You'll have to ask the caretaker. He's the one who took my men down there.
Do we know if he had a family?
Yeah, a wife and an 8-year-old daughter. The wife, Lydia Moore, 34 years old, architect, dual citizen of Costa Rica and the US, no criminal record. Yeah, we're trying to get a hold of her. The daughter, June. We've looked and she's not here either.
What have you got on Moore?
He was an asset manager. But if you ask me, he was involved in some shady stuff that we're sure to find out about. It's not every day that an accountant gets his head chopped off.
Where are the bodyguards?
We haven't found anyone yet.
Go on.
We're still looking for the head.
Тещи голову,
Waiting
отлично.
on forensics for everything else, but they're busy with another case.
What case?
You haven't heard? At one international place. They say it was a real bloodbath. So, you're here to take over the case?
No. I'm working on something else. Moore's name popped up in one of our investigations, but I can't talk about it.
Okay, I'll let my team know.
Предчувствие незримого, это что за тема у него? Предчувствие незримого, приказ способности учить невидимое, вам достаточно посмотреть на персонажа, не являющего человеком, чтобы узнать его природу. Кроме того, вы можете обнаружить следы, оставленные сверхъестественным существом, и узнать о нем больше. О как.
Agent Smith from the FBI is here. We're still in charge of the investigation, so please cooperate with him.
Жесть. Блять, проницаемость надо было качать, да?
He was decapitated. It was a pretty clean cut.
Так, тут что у нас? Чуть кровь.
The flesh is burnt around the bullet hole, over a wide area. He was shot at point-blank range, no doubt about it.
Над ним издевались, ему еще пулю садили, еще и голову отрезали, вообще жестко.
A signet ring with a beaver on it. Moore went to MIT.
Что, все, больше ничего интересного нет?
Moore's driver's license.
Мор. Больше ничего нет? Понятно. Так делаем. По чистову.
There's a retainer here somewhere.
Окей. Так, тут что еще есть?
Sorry, I'm busy.
This sort of formal decor might impress Boston high society, but not me.
Так, пойдем на следующую комнату. Что есть?
Come on. It'll pass. Don't worry.
Так, это тут у нас чего?
Oh, what a mess.
Who'd leave that lying around?
Пицца.
Oh, there are blood stains on the garbage chute.
Жестко. Так, у нас есть.
Ugh, what a stench.
You'll need to ask the concierge how to get to the parking garage. He's the one who sent my colleagues down.
Are you all right?
Yeah, just a little faint.
I was expecting it, but then... Give me a minute, and I'll head back.
The sight of blood. We've all been there, haven't we?
No.
Ты что, братан, хреново тебе? Кровищу много видел? По чуваку голову отрубили.
When I knew him, he took better care of himself. What's going on with him? There are bloody prints on these bags.
Походу труп через мусоропровод, что ли? Выкинули. Жестко. Еще одна расчленка. Так, такой у нас. Так, ты что тут мог с тобой маркерить?
Why is the FBI interested in Moore?
His name came up in several financial investigations we're working on.
Вот этого можно завалить.
Looks like Lydia's planner.
На тебе спасу зону. И утащить.
The apartment has changed since my last visit. I have to question him.
He's still freaked out. I don't think it's the right time.
А так консьерж, наверное.
Somebody slept here. Mr. Adams?
No. This can't be happening. What a nightmare. So much blood.
I've got a few questions.
I tried to help him. I told him we should call 911. I told him.
Успокойте его. Давайте успокоим. Успех.
Sir, listen to me. It's all right. Calm down. You're safe and you did the right thing.
I did the right thing.
I need you to answer a few questions for me.
Yes, of course. What do you want to know?
Сколько диалогов тут открылось, не кричи себе.
Did you know Mr. Moore well?
We weren't friends, if that's what you're asking. But we got to know each other. With time. He was a creature of habit. Since he worked late, he would often ask me for things at night. Newspaper, batteries, ice. I think he asked me for just about everything. I prided myself on always being able to get what he needed, no matter what time it was. You'd have thought he pretty much lived after dark.
Like his clients. Did Mr. Moore have many visitors?
For a man with his status, it was nothing surprising. But, well...
Yes?
His visitors mostly came in the middle of the night. I must admit, that's a little unusual.
That's what working for us is like.
He told me he had a lot of foreign clients, and he had to juggle different time zones. That's what working from home is like. He had colleagues over for late-night meetings, too. But since little June was born, not as many people came around.
That was wise. Did he have any enemies that you were aware of?
No. He was a very respectable man. No bad company or anything.
Except for us. Without any disrespect to the deceased, were you aware of any extramarital affairs he may have had?
Mr. Moore was a good man. He would never have disrespected his wife, or even contemplated it, I'm sure.
She could have been okay with it. There were no young women coming and going.
That's a very inappropriate question. I don't want to talk about this anymore.
Мне тут его подняли, походу. Что можно сказать о его жене?
Do you know his wife?
Mrs. Moore is a model resident. She always has something nice to say to the staff. And is the first to welcome new neighbors, too. A true lady.
Тут мы проиграем, даже нет смысла.
Do you know where she is?
Mr. Moore told me she'd gone to their home in Costa Rica. She goes there pretty often. She's an architect, and she likes to work in her home country. She has family there.
Do you think anyone could have been so angry with her that they could have taken it out on her husband?
Oh, no. I don't think so. It's true that lots of people could have been jealous of her. But not to that point.
Нет смысла спрашивать, просто я проиграю по-любому. Ладно. Что он рассказывает об их дочери?
I imagine the girl left with her mother.
Not at all. It was the start of the school year, and Mrs. Moore left 2 weeks ago. I haven't seen her since Monday, when Mr. Moore took her to school on the first day. She must be staying with a friend. Poor little thing. Thank heaven she wasn't here.
Do you know his bodyguards?
Yeah, there's Jack, James, and Wu. But you won't hear me singing their praises.
Why not?
Oh, they're good at strutting around and acting tough when everything is going well. But where were they tonight? Can you tell me that? That was their job, right? They were paid to protect him.
Жетонник отпустил. По-любому играем, давай спросим.
What do you mean by acting tough?
More than once I overheard them talking to Mr. Moore, like they were his boss. The world upside down.
They worked for us, just like your dear Mr. Moore.
I hope they won't find another job anytime soon.
Tell me about the evening again, please. What happened tonight?
Mr. Moore left with his 3 bodyguards earlier in the evening. One of them got in the car, and Mr. Moore came down around midnight.
And then?
They came back around 2 a.m. Mr. Moore was limping. He was leaning on one of his bodyguards, and he was bleeding.
Was he injured?
I told him I could call an ambulance or a doctor, but he didn't answer. I went closer to insist, but Wu told me they were in control of the situation, that it was no big deal. They went upstairs, and I saw drops of blood in front of the elevator. I told myself they were being unreasonable. What did those 2 goons know about it? So I called Mr. Moore on the internal line several times.
Did he pick up?
Not once. So I went upstairs and rang the doorbell, but nobody answered. So I went back down to the front desk and I called you.
The lieutenant told me there was an access to the basement.
Может, я там парковке ранили?
Yes, using
в
the
доме
service
забили.
elevator through the kitchen. You need a magnetic pass to use it. I gave the spare to your colleagues who wanted to go down there. I still have the original. Do you want it?
Please.
Конечно, нужен что-то вопрос. Уже нам теперь проникнуть на
Thank you
парковку.
for your statement.
You have to find out who did this, officer. Justice needs to be done for him. And for his family.
And we need to find out who's messing with us. That's what we're here for. You can count on us. Stick around in case we have more questions.
Это за диалог.
Huh. You managed to calm him down. I thought that would be impossible.
Yes, and he was able to answer a few questions.
Так, ладно, ничего не скажет нам этот типок.
Jason, Lydia, and June. A little family all together. And in large format. Jason, proud of his family and his success. Lydia, radiant and beaming. June, who looks more like Jason than Lydia. His MIT class ring, right where you can't miss it. The same one I saw on the body.
Такс. Тут у нас что есть? Это не дверь, ни хрена, да? Тут мы были, нет? Или... А, тут труп, да, мы тут были. Так, подожди. Сходим на второй этаж, наверное. Сюда можно пройти. Опа, еще сюда можно пройти. Ничего себе.
A real jungle in the heart of Boston. A truly peaceful oasis. I warned you, Jason. God, did I warn you? We destroy all that we touch.
Больше ничего не интересно, что ли? Как-то
They
вышло.
wanted to bring a little vacation back home.
Какое-то другое место. Вот безопасную зону сюда можно кого-нибудь тащить. Если бы надо будет голод.
It seems like gardening is a real passion for Lydia. Not sure Jason shares your enthusiasm. That must remind him of Costa Rica. It's a whole way of life there. Slow down and enjoy things, in contrast to Jason's life.
Тут ничего интересного. Похоже, тоже. Так, понятно, мы тут были. Так. Пойдем на парковку сходим сначала. Здесь пропуск. Тогда теперь уже можно утащить. Нам пока не надо.
Did you find anything?
Fine vintages imported from Europe. Moore knew how to treat his guests.
Так, куда пойти? Пойдем сюда. А, что-то есть тут.
Wet laundry. mold. It's been here for several days.
Так, слушайте, сюда мы шли или чё? Какой-то лифт. Так, подожди, пока в лифт не пойдем. Потом поднимемся на второй этаж, наверное. Кончик.
Fuck, man.
Так, понятно. Так, тут какой-то кабинет. Так, его рабочий кабинет или что? Наверное, скорее всего.
A drafting table. That must be Lydia's desk.
А, нет, это рабочий кабинет жены.
The blueprints of a house on the west coast of Costa Rica. Pura Vida Extension Project.
Dad gave me a phone this morning for the first day of school. He surprised me, and I'm coming to see you tonight. Don't tell Abuelita, it'll be a surprise to her. And Dad's coming too. I can't wait to get there. XOXOXOXO.
Damn it, Lydia. I can't do it without you. If you could just see June. I can't tell anyone. I'm not gonna make it. I'm sorry. I apologize for everything. I should have left. The three of us should have gone. Stayed at Pura Vida the way you wanted. I'm so sorry for what they did to you. I'll always love you, Lydia. Forgive me.
Что с ним делали,
Forgive
интересно?
me.
Странно.
June in Costa Rica.
Что-то интересно. Такс. Потом сюда. Еще какие комнаты?
I've never been in this part of the apartment before.
Спальня, что ли?
Jason, Lydia, June in Costa Rica, I think. Beryl, will you ever change? I understand better now.
Доклад
Prince asked
Берепи,
Lord for a complete
Берели.
report on the members of the Primogen. Someone tossed a bunch of stuff in this bag in a hurry to leave.
Самоудалили подозрительный предмет. В принципе, у нас машина должна спать подозрение.
Someone tossed a bunch of stuff in this bag in a hurry to leave.
Ну-ка, пойдем посмотрим. Подозрения не спадают. Тему удалили подозрительный предмет. Без свидетелей. Не знаю почему. Или надо их... или не надо было брать.
Poems in Lydia's mother tongue. A cell phone. Locked, of course.
Так, я души не знаю. Надо было ее взломать, наверное, с помощью электроники. Как скинуть подозрение-то мне, а? Почему надо не брать подозрительные предметы? Так вот, в сумке ничего нет.
Bottle of disinfectant. Obviously handled by someone who was bleeding.
Так, ну-ка, это мы не смотрели.
It must have been used to dress a wound.
Понятно.
The concept of a laundry basket seems too abstract for some people.
Основная лента. Это этот самый, погода. Кому звонить нам? Кому нам звонить? Фига, зеркало прикольно. Типа умное зеркало, что ли? Ладно, отсюда выходим. Так у нас что?
My sire always said that at a prince's court, like in a game of chess, you must know when to sacrifice your pawns.
Идем сюда. Это на комната дочери, скорее всего.
June's whole life in pictures. June dressed up for Halloween.
We're waiting on CSU for that.
Походу какой-то мент стоит. По звуку слушаю. Да, вот она.
You must be Smith.
Yes.
Rickman.
Have you found anything?
Not yet. This is the girls' room. There's no sign of her. I guess that's a good thing.
I'm going to take a look around. Let me know if you find anything.
Okay, Smith.
Такс. Что за шифр?
There.
Did you inherit your mother's artistic talent, June?
Так, ладно.
Did you inherit your mother's artistic talent, June?
Что-то типа у этого вампира, кто играет в что-нибудь, то есть эти способности беспонтовые. Казалось, тут ничего нет.
Oh?
A bathroom with a shower and a tub. June's father spoils her.
Че, походу, в ее комнате интереса нет, да? Ладно, идем отсюда. Были, нет? Так, это вниз. Так, вот тут мы не были какие-то. Сначала с этим поговорим.
Nobody told me there would be a retainer here.
Это гуль. Опа, вот это
What are you
поворот.
playing at?
Oh, I beg your pardon?
Don't mess with me. Who are you?
Calm down, Mr. Bazori. I meant no disrespect. I work for the council.
Why would the council have sent her without warning me?
Most of the time, they send me to clean up.
Are you behind this?
No, I got here after it happened.
What's that file you've got?
Oh, an account file. Have it. Here you go.
Okay. Let's
No,
see
Yaro.
how much she knows. All right. What have you found?
Oh, I'm a little embarrassed. I'm not really allowed to talk about my missions.
Это номинирование. Ну, мы выиграем, наверное. 2-2. Ну-ка попробуем. Ничья. Блять. Понятно.
I don't have time for this. Give me what you have.
Like I said, Mr. Bazori, I'm here on behalf of the council. You know as well as I do that if you don't know about it already, you're not supposed to.
Think very
Опа.
carefully about what you're going to say, Lane.
Две ошибки
I'll
допустимы.
ask you one more time. What are you doing here?
You're putting me in an awkward position.
Так, это нам не выиграть по-любому. Ну-ка попробуем красноречием.
You know our rules. You know you don't have a choice. What are you playing at?
I appreciate your consideration. I know that my life is in the balance.
I'm listening.
I was sent to get Mr. Moore and his papers.
But why didn't the prince tell me? I
Здорово,
don't know what's
Юрик.
going on, but I really don't have time to lose.
What do
You
you...
can be sure I'll report this to both the council and the prince.
No, please. I don't have a choice. I beg you. I'm only following orders. If you complain about me, I'm done for. Promise me you won't
Нет, Юрик,
tell
что
anyone about
вообще
it,
нет желания играть ни в
please.
девишку, ни в
I've
брейкпоинт.
always been a loyal servant of the council. I'm risking my life.
Нам, короче, не выиграть, надо было качать еще убеждение. Ладно.
You're right.
I really don't want to.
So be it. This will be our secret. Fine. If we've both got to be here, we might as well work together.
Well, I've already searched the wife's office. Nothing. Then I went through his office. It looks like someone has already cleaned it up. I didn't find anything. I'm working on the bookshelf in this hallway, and I found something here.
What?
A file on the domain's finances the council would rather not see end up in the police's hands.
Give it to me. I must return to the court tonight.
There's no need, sir. I have to destroy them.
Отдай. Опять ничья, да? Помогать мне в ее же интересах. Давай так, хрен с ним. Блять, опять не в моей стороне удача была.
Quit stalling, Lehane.
Да, вампир.
Files.
I'm sorry. I can't.
Последний шанс у нас, короче. Так, давай так ответим.
Listen,
Блядь,
have you
пиздец,
thought about what
проебали.
you want? Your career.
I know how
Проебали.
to stay in my place. I can't think. I must obey my master, no matter the cost. Sorry. I've got orders, Mr. Bazori. Lieutenant, over here.
What is it, Larry?
Проебали мы
I just
конфронтации.
found these files. We need to take them to the Financial Crimes Unit. Come with me to the elevator, and I'll show you, sir.
Блядь, мне нельзя это делать.
Let's go.
I'll be seeing you soon, Sergeant Lehane.
Пошла на меня кровь сосать, сучка. Мне тоже надо кого-нибудь затащить.
Ugh, what a mess. A Fortress security catalog. They install highly secure rooms.
Нету интересного, да? Потому что мы сейчас просрали в диалогах. Эти все навыки я качал по ходу. Так, вот это мы ничего не смотрели.
The ghoul who was searching here was looking for something specific.
Так, мы откуда пришли? Отсюда, да, вроде?
This is where I met Moore for the first time.
Этого надо утащить, наверное. Остановить немножко голод.
Okay, sure.
Ты то, что ты ешь. Так, ну ладно, хрен с ним. Так, мы в безопасной зоне оказались. Так, тут лестница была у нас. Так, где-то тут. Тут вот лестница эта. Так, в какую сторону мы шли-то, я не помню. Тут у нас что? Тут детская. Вроде в эту сторону мы шли. А вот здесь нет. Вот здесь мы были, да? Да, вот здесь вот. Да, вот здесь вот. Все
The
отлично.
mayor's deeds. Portfolios of old shares. A Boston manufacturer's files. Deeds, stock portfolios. Moore doesn't just manage the Camaria's business.
Тихо. Что, нельзя войти, что ли? Сломай замок. Безопасная зона, отлично.
An auction. Acquisition of lot 87. Dejan Siaka. A trumpet belonging to Don Ellis. Jean, are you making plans in case things go south? Or are you planning to leave us?
Так, надо Яна собрать досье. Надо нам на всех своих собрать досье. Что тут, дверь или не дверь? Похоже на дверь, но что-то не то нельзя, да.
Nice collection. Working for us has its advantages.
Такс.
A souvenir from the Hong Kong Stock Exchange.
У нас что есть? Старые монеты. Нет.
Lydia and June at the beach.
Чей кабинет-то? Архивом Джейсона Мура. Где у него архив находится, я хз. Так, тут что у нас? Опа, сейф.
Now we just have to find the code.
Она вроде говорила, что код день рождения дочери. А я не запомнил его, конечно. Так, вот надо в этом порядке наводить, только как? Понятно. Так, сейчас как-нибудь подберем. 9В. Так, понятно. 4, 8, 0. Так. Что еще, что ли? Понятно, неверно. Вы на наш берем у нас последний, значит, получается. Какой код тут вообще, я не понимаю. Интересно. 941. 914 кругом. Ладно, что мучиться будем, если мы можем просто сломать сейчас. Подожди. А нам не хватает. Так, подожди, тогда мы сейчас кое-что сделаем. Кстати, у нас... Где у нас предметы? Просто машина, телефон с пачкой кровью. Какой код-то у нас 333? Что не показывает код нам? Интересно, как-то надо восстановить силу воли. Мы зря использовали на этом телефоне. Бляха, какой там код-то, а? Дата рождения Джун.
Dad? Thank you, thank you, thank you!
Когда у меня день рождения, я хрен знает. Надо узнать.
Good evening, Jason. I need you tomorrow night at Nakatomi Plaza. We are getting the family together, and I would like to tell them about our agricultural and food business plan. Round up the numbers and bring them with you. Obviously, this invitation cannot be refused. B. Jason, my cousins didn't show up after all. Stay home if you haven't left, or meet me at Hazel's house if you want. Call me back and tell me where you are.
Так, ну-ка, подожди-ка. Мы еще комп не смотрели. Может, в компе чем это найдем? Где он? Где у него комп-то? Так. Ничего тут нет. Сейчас в кодексе найдем. Тут ничего нет вообще. Вот всех разделяешь, а так тут про них ничего нет вообще. Когда у меня день рождения, то и точно вот надо найти нам. Кажется, может так подобрать можно. Значит, вот среди этих цифр 9, 1. Интересно. Ладно, хрен с ним, этот сейф. Второй этаж.
I should put some money on that.
Сегодня поговорим.
Officer Baker, can I help you?
Were you the first person to arrive at the scene of the crime?
Yes, sir. My partner and I were the first to get here.
Just tell me about it.
We got the call around 2:20. The caretaker had called because a resident was injured. It took us about 20 minutes to get here. The poor guy was in a panic. He told us he'd seen one of the tenants, Jason Moore, enter the building, and he looked hurt. He was being held up by his 2 bodyguards, and he was bleeding a lot.
Did he see the wound?
Yeah, he said the victim was holding traces of blood leading down the hall.
Что с напарником?
Did your partner come with you?
No, he stayed in the foyer to secure the entrance to the building.
Did you touch the body?
No. There was nothing I could do to help him, so I secured the scene. I put my gloves on to take his ID out of his jacket pocket so we could identify him. Then I called it in.
Where was the caretaker during that time?
I told him not to come inside, but he followed me. When he saw the corpse, he was really shaken. He wouldn't let go of me.
Then what did you do?
I called for backup. They told me that forensics would get here as soon as they could. They were out at another case. That was their top priority.
After that?
I secured the entrance to the apartment. After that, I searched the ground floor. There was nobody around. But from the looks of things, somebody searched the apartment. When Sergeant Lehane got here, she took care of upstairs. It's a good thing, too, because it took everyone else another 15 minutes to get here. She didn't find anyone there.
So there's no sign of the family then?
Nothing. The place is empty.
Тут проиграем. Попробуем. Есть, мне сегодня повезло, неужели?
That's it?
Oh, yeah. The guys in the parking lot said they saw one of Moore's cars leave after he came home. Hey, do you think the wife was in cahoots with one of the bodyguards to get rid of the husband?
I'm listening.
Well, a lot of times in cases like these, it's the spouse who did it. What if the wife was having an affair with one of the bodyguards? She packs up her and her daughter's stuff while her lover lures the husband into a trap somewhere. For some reason, things don't go according to plan. He comes home injured and figures out what's going on. He attacks his wife, and the bodyguard kills him to protect her with whatever he happens to find. Makes sense, doesn't it?
Стоит проверить.
Not bad. Keep digging, Baker.
Награда за диалог. Да, не зря же были в диалоге, что типа
It was my greatest pleasure.
верны ли были они,
Now
верны
everything
ли были
is
они
like
друг другу.
ashes.
Может быть, это ключ. Тихо. Да ничего нельзя смотреть.
I should put some money on that.
Так, ну-ка, извоним сейчас этот. Пока Показатель электроники повышают на 1. Может, сейчас удастся нам взломать? Прям попробуем, дойдем. Так, где этот? Я забыл. Вот он. До 2 и 4, чтобы было. Ё-моё. Нападем. Так, ну, на втором этаже уже нечего делать. Безопасная зона, понятно. Тут никого нет у нас. Так, мне бы еще 2 ключа найти, чтобы прокачать навык электроника. Было бы хорошо. Так, пойдем, наверное, на парковку сейчас. Так, это не сюда мы пришли. Ну, подожди. Я просто путался тут. Ничего нет. Так, вот лифт у нас. Это, наверное, вниз на парковку как раз. Так. Скоро мы приедем на парковку, надеюсь я. Да, вниз. Самый низ поедем. Так, вот мы на парковочке. Кто базарит у нас?
Hey, mister. You can't go into the parking garage. It's a crime scene.
Agent Smith, FBI.
Oh, hi. Officer Norton. Hey, they didn't tell me you were coming down.
Got something?
Wyatt saw Moore leave at 2:25.
Wyatt?
The parking attendant, part security guard, part valet. Anyway, a car that belonged to the victim left in a hurry. Or at least he thought it was Moore, until he found out he got his head cut off. There's skid marks on the ground and signs of a minor accident at the exit. He must have really been in a hurry.
Так, сейчас придется минутку. Так, ладно, продолжим.
He?
What?
You said he must have been in a hurry. You're saying it was a man.
Oh, no, it just slipped out without thinking. It could have been a woman. Do you think it was the murderer?
We're not sure of anything at this point. I've got a few questions.
Ух ты, сколько вопросов появилось у нас.
Where's the witness?
Wyatt? He's in the security booth over there. He's super nice. I don't think you'll need to question him again.
You mentioned skid marks.
Yeah, they're very distinct. They start from his parking space and go all the way to the exit. They clean this place twice a day, so there's no doubt they're fresh. The driver peeled out of here in a hurry.
And you said there was an accident near the exit.
Yeah, minor one. Broken headlight, paint marks. He must have had a hard time handling it.
Do we know what kind of car it was?
Yeah, we called it in. It's the victim's sports car. Wyatt said there's only the sedan left.
Did you find anything else?
No, that's it. Since we're still waiting for forensics, we gotta be careful. But you know how it is, right? Let me know if you have any other questions.
Такс. Ничего интересного почти не сказал. Так, ключом вам надо включить, отлично.
Hilda's planned for everything, even her eventual end.
По-любому он забирает эти документы подозрительные, и все равно у нас повышается сложность. То не избежать. Потому что ничего нету, да? Гуляем по парковке. Это что за баба? Больше ничего не сделать. Так, пойдем в эту будку зайдем. Или мы отсюда пришли? А, мы отсюда пришли, это лифт. Так, вот в этой будке сидит охранник, походу. Можешь поговорить?
Agent Smith, FBI.
Oh, hello. McLean.
Маклейн.
Can I help you?
Just a few questions.
О машинах Мура.
Moore had several cars, right?
Yeah, I think so. But you better talk to Wyatt about that.
Your colleague mentioned an accident that happened tonight. Do you know anything about it?
Oh, no. Not yet. Wyatt told us everything he knows.
You questioned the caretaker when you arrived?
We didn't have to. Wyatt told us everything we needed. He's a real team player.
Понятно.
If you want to find out more, you should talk to,
Wyatt.
Oh, so you know him too?
Так, подожди сюда. А тут что-то... О, можно снять кровь.
Even starving, I wouldn't touch that.
Чё, этот крыс не жрет?
Even starving, I wouldn't touch that.
Так, ну-ка тут что у нас? Тут царапнул
A vehicle ran into the wall.
стену. Крыс, значит, он не жрет, только это первое ждет. ММ или как ее?
You should go see.
I know.
Вот это уже машина. Почистить ауру. Открыть ключом. Сломать замок. Твою мать. Вот эта машина, которая въехала. Чё тут не хватает-то? Безопасность. Ай да уж. Ладно. Так, тут у нас что есть? Так, безопасная зона. Раздевалка для персонала. Сюда можно куда притащить.
Even access to the trash is restricted here.
Так, ладно, сюда можно кого-нибудь тащить. Так, тут у нас чего? Попытаться открыть.
Can't be forced.
Понятно.
No, that's impossible.
Чё нельзя открыть? Ты мне-то ничего.
Locked. Can't be forced. I have to find a way to open it. Locked.
Не открыть, да, это значит. Security. Вот это white.
Hello, Mr. Bizori.
You must be mistaken. I'm Smith, Agent Smith.
Yeah, sure.
Do I know you?
Everyone knows who you are.
Is it just me, or are you pals with all the cops around here?
Let's just say I'm pretty intuitive. You know what I mean. In the years you've been hunting us, you've acquired a
Ты
hell of
вампир,
a
что ли?
reputation among our kind. I didn't know you would come. I'm not looking for any trouble. I didn't do anything wrong.
Just who the hell are you?
Me? I'm nobody. The name's Wyatt Alvarez. I was embraced 5 years ago.
A thin blood.
Слабокровный.
I spent years hunting them when Quentin King ruled Boston.
Unfortunately for me, the blood of my sire was already weak. So I can still catch glimpses of the sun, but I don't have actual powers.
Ты, в общем, такой наполовину.
Who created you?
His name was Victor, but he died last year.
Do the kindred know you exist?
Yeah. I followed the rules, but the prince told me he never wanted to see me again, so I try not to make waves. I try to help out here and there. I'm hoping someone will notice one day, and I'll be allowed to become a true kindred.
That's not very likely, if you ask me. I hope it works out for you.
I'm doing what I can. Actually, if you could put a word in with the prince, I'd be eternally grateful.
I don't get involved in that kind of thing.
Of course, obviously. But seeing as how I'm already working for your child, Mr. Underwood, I thought that maybe...
You work for Beryl?
Yes. I also work at a red salon, a couple of hours each day.
What do you do there, exactly?
Cleaning, mostly.
What are you doing here, then?
I thought it was a pretty cushy gig. It leaves me with a lot of spare time, even while I'm on the job. And it also means I can live at night.
Are you involved in what happened up there?
Not at all. I swear. I've got a sweet job here. I'd never risk it.
Я сколько открылось диалогов. Вот попросить ее отпереть мусорные баки можно. Так, давай все, пойдем по порядку.
So what happened?
I've got no clue. My shift started at 10 p.m., as usual. The 6th floor attendant left around 11. At midnight, one of Mr. Moore's bodyguards came down to get the car. They were going to a party, apparently. I didn't see them come back. Then, around 2:20 or so, one of Mr. Moore's cars went flying out of here. It hit the wall near the exit.
Did you recognize the car?
Yeah, it was his sports car. The only one like it here.
Did you see who was behind the wheel?
No, it's got tinted windows. I thought it was Mr. Moore at first. But from what happened upstairs, I doubt it now. Hey, were you the one who...
You really think if it was me who did it, I'd be standing around here trying to figure out what happened?
Совсем дурак, что ли?
What can you tell me about Moore?
I saw him a lot. He's the tenant I got to know best because of his working hours. And he was the most generous when it came to maintaining his cars, too.
Anything in particular about Mrs. Moore?
Yeah, I see her every once in a while. Sometimes I see her with a girl, coming back from vacation. Sure is good they weren't here tonight.
What makes you say that?
Well, Mrs. Moore's car. I haven't seen her in the garage for weeks, and she's the one who took the girl to school. Mr. Moore told me they were on vacation, and he was going to go join them soon.
Did you see the bodyguards today?
James came by earlier this evening to move Mr. Moore's car, but I haven't seen them since.
Как-то странно, эти хлыдри пропали.
How do you open the dumpsters in the garbage room?
What dumpster?
The dump... Are you toying with me?
No, but the cops already looked. There's nothing there.
Open it.
Открой их.
Mr. Missouri, I promise you won't find anything there.
Ошибка
And I
допустима.
can't open it anyway. It's for staff only. Why do you want to go through the trash anyway?
Я видел как в мусопроводе.
There were some traces of
Отлично.
blood on the garbage chute in the kitchen upstairs. Somebody tossed something, and I want to know what it was.
Oh, that's why. I understand. Listen, we're just gonna forget this conversation ever happened. And
Excuse me? You didn't just try to corrupt my memories, did
Он тоже хотел
oh no,
повлиять на мой
I'm
разум.
so sorry, Mr. Missouri. I shouldn't have. I know. How can I make it up to you?
Before I get really angry, do you want to tell me what the hell is going on?
I'm scared.
Победа в сцене отлично.
Scared of what you're gonna think when you see what I've been doing in there. I didn't mean any disrespect.
You're not doing a very good job. Get a grip, man.
Yes. Yes, Mr. Missouri.
Open it now.
Just promise me you won't touch anything.
Что ты
Some of
скрываешь-то?
my stuff is in there. Please, don't touch it.
I've already wasted enough time with you.
I can't just open the door for you like that. I really can't.
Really?
You've got to understand. I can't let you
Ошибка
see what's
допустима.
inside.
Последний шанс.
I've been sent by the Prince of Boston. Do you really think I owe you anything?
That's not what I meant.
You talk too much. Open the door.
Right
Есть
away.
победа в сцене. Отлично.
All right,
Так бы
it's
сразу.
open.
Wouldn't you rather tell me what you're hiding in there?
Well, I cook a little. A guy's got to survive. I don't have to tell you that. I don't make a whole lot of money here.
What do you cook?
Oh, a little of everything. But I've got all my stuff in there. And there's some pretty rare ingredients.
Rare.
Yeah. And kinda illegal, too.
Such as?
In some recipes, well, I use vials of kindred's blood, for instance.
Whose blood?
Well, it depends on what I can find.
Okay, but what have you got right now, exactly?
If I tell you, can it stay just between us?
You're not fucking going to start again.
Okay. Okay, I managed to obtain some of Quentin King's blood.
But of course, this guy's the perfect patsy. I almost pity him. King answered the beckoning at the same time as the rest of the city's elders. It can't be his blood.
One more thing, boss.
Don't call me that.
I hope we'll meet again, Mr. Missouri.
Так, награда за диалог, отлично. Что-то еще-то есть у нас. Включить машину. Опа, вот сейчас можем ту машину спортка открыть, который разбитый стоит. Я так думаю. Пойдем попробуем открыть спорткар. Где? Вот этот вот. Вот это вот разбитая машина. Открыть ключом. Слабокровные часы.
There's nothing in it.
Больше ничего нет, что ли? Нужно найти слабокровные часы. Опа, слабокровные часы ваш соперник не может усиливать навык, пока вы усиливаете свой. Вероятность успеха дисциплины повышается на 25%. В случае ничьей вероятность усиления навыка соперника повышается на 25%. Так, понятно. Так, это можно... Так, это пока не будем трогать. Пойдем в мусорные баки, он открыл нам. Посмотрим все. Чё нет? А здесь что-то есть по-любому.
Wyatt's makeshift lab. And it's not meth.
Так, что тут у нас?
Rusty cans.
Ржавая консерва. Вите Квентина Кинга. Отмычка.
Who would want to take that? Empty soda cans. Old chicken feet.
Куриные лапки. Фига извращуга.
A shoe with worn out leather. I wonder what he's cooking with that garbage.
Что он реально готовит, это мусор, непонятно, да? Так, ну все тут у нас, в принципе.
Nothing of interest.
Что интересного? Опа.
Oh.
Чья голова? Это его?
I wasn't expecting to see you here.
Во.
If it was a bodyguard who died in the lobby, where the hell is Moore?
Это голова телохранителя, да?
Ugh, packaging to be recycled.
Так, ну-ка, можно с кем побазарить по этому поводу.
You should go see. I know.
Так, понятно, понятно. Я понял. Ты совсем как дурачок.
How can I help you, Agent Smith?
So, what's it like to be a thin blood?
You're curious, aren't you? Usually, you hunt us down without asking any questions.
There are rules, Wyatt.
Yeah, but I never asked to be this way. If you look at it that way, I'm innocent. If that means anything to you.
You've got a point. Your sire is the guilty one.
Yeah. you can't judge a child for his parents' crime.
I know. You shouldn't be hunted. So, what's it like to be a thin blood?
It sucks. Yeah, I can still go outside during the day, but it's not all it's cracked up to be. The descendants just can't understand. Sure, it's nice.
More than nice. I've been roaming the night since 1745. Do you have even the slightest idea what that does to you? How it changes you, without even realizing it, without wanting to. It eats at you from the inside.
But I'm still not complete. So, if I had to choose, I'd rather live at night and be like you. Thin bloods are the dregs of society. We're always wondering what's gonna happen to us. You, of all people, should know that. If we want to be like you, even a little bit, we have to come up with potions that have a temporary effect.
I found your cook shop.
You didn't touch anything, I hope.
Ответим так, конечно же нет.
Don't worry about it.
Thanks, Mr. Bazzori.
I went through your trash.
So? Are you interested in one of my ingredients?
That's not really what I've got a problem with.
What?
You didn't tell me about the man's head in a plastic bag.
What? But what the hell? Is it more?
No, that head belonged to one of his bodyguards.
But it wasn't me, Mr. Bazzori, I swear. I don't know anything about it.
Дисциплину еще можно юзать, я что-то и не знал. Где? Ни хрена, подожди, у меня не получится. Если попробовать использовать вот это вот. Сейчас нельзя, да? Время диалога нельзя. Ладно, выбора нет, мне я верю.
Okay, I believe you.
Happy to help.
Подожди, еще раз попробуем с ним говорить.
How can I help you, Agent Smith?
А, уже нельзя, понятно.
Happy to help.
С тобой. Пойдем тут еще с ментами поговорим, может быть. Так, где?
Do you know if our backup's on the way? This should take a long time.
Нет.
Still looking.
Ладно, едем отсюда. Пробовать сейв взломать. Мне хватит навыка или нет? Так, это не сюда мы пришли. Так, где этот? Вот здесь. Так, вот здесь сейф. Два из 4. Так. Так, понятно. На один. Нам бы еще одну отмычку найти. Дата электроники нам. 3-й уровень. Еще где-нибудь пошарить? Или что делать-то? Безопасная зона. Либо спуститься вниз, может сейчас. Ну-ка пойдем с тем погрементом, который наверху.
Sorry, Agent Smith, but I'm a little busy right now.
Смотрите отчет о свете примагенов, доктор Ричард. Такс. Безопасная зона, так, не сюда. Так, где тут у нас... А, вот выход. Пойдем вниз, наверное, спустимся в самый. Тут у нас чего? Так, так, вниз. Так, эти вот типы. С ними же не поговорить, да? Либо найти еще подмычку, чтобы сломать сейф.
What a bloodbath. Sorry, Smith. A little busy here.
Lydia's life seems to revolve around June
I'll finish you and I'm on
and her
my way.
home in Costa Rica, with Jason often absent.
Да, день рождения дочери я не могу вспомнить. Не могу найти даже. С этим поговорить еще.
Huh. You managed to calm him down. I thought that would be impossible.
Yes, and he was able to answer a few questions. I've just got one more question.
Yes. What do you want to know?
Больше ничего ему нельзя предъявить, да?
I think we're done here. Thank you.
Так, ладно. Больше ничего интересного нету.
One of the weapons is missing.
Значит, его завалили своим же оружием. И меч пропал. Так, ладно. Тут мы были. Пойдем сходим с этим, поговорим, может быть. Ценности не хватает.
The flesh is burnt around the bullet hole, over a wide area. He was shot at point-blank range, no doubt about it.
Where in God's name is forensics?
Sorry, I'm busy.
Go ahead. It's okay.
That's not a good sign.
Так, тут ничего интересного нет вообще.
The victim lost a lot of blood.
There.
Так, ладно, тут мы обратно пришли. Так, это вниз понятно, пока не пойдем. Опа, что можно открыть? Опа.
The diary of an 8-year-old girl, June, Jason's daughter.
I'll finish here and I'm on my way. Interesting.
Так, это дневник, давай. Понятно. Закроем. Вот это может быть код, а? 89. 537.
Find anything?
Nothing yet.
Когда у меня день рождения?
Oh,
Запомни этот код-то как-нибудь. Девять 537. Мы сюда еще вернемся, пойдем сходим до кабинета. Где его кабинет? Вот это, наверное, или нет? Так, это спальня. Так, мы не сюда пришли, нам надо в кабинет. Там был какой-то смс-ский код какой-то. Я его не запомнил, как обычно. Вот в этот кабинет нам надо. Такс, вот этот телефон. На седьмом. Так, блин.
Mom! Dad gave me a phone this morning for the first day of school. He surprised me, and I'm coming to see you tonight. Don't tell Apple.
Какой у меня день рождения? Когда у меня день рождения? Я хрен его знает. Где бы это посмотреть-то? А ну-ка. Так, это что? Ключ от машины, телефон, пачки крови. А у нас мы ее взломали, так что мы зря сошли. Аяри, доклад о даянии. Архивы. Да уж. Так. Как это надо с этими цифрами творить? Сейчас приму минутку.
oh, Oh? Interesting. There. Interesting.
Так, ладно, продолжим. Так, запишем эти цифры, мне кажется, не пригодятся. Но... Кажется, надо подбирать код.
There.
Как ее водить?
Oh?
Good luck. Задача расшифровки типа. Так, 8TX.
Poor kid.
V8. Наверное, тоже подсказка, типа я что-то пока не одупляю. Интересно. Так, ну-ка подожди, пойдем сходим до сейфа.
There.
Кажется, сейф надо по-любому взломать.
Hurry up. We need something, guys.
Так, ну-ка попробуем. 8, 9, 5, 3, 7. Так. 8, 9. Восемь. Блять, такой кот тут, а? Спросите тогда. Как из этих цифр собирать что-то? Блин, просышь. Блять. Привет, Филин. Пипец тут, конечно. Блять, какой кот, а? Интересно. Ой, да уж. То. Да, найти где-нибудь день рождения.
Human logic is beyond me. What's the point in doing that?
Ну да, это та игра, которую я вчера начал проходить. Так. Пойдем вниз сходим. Надо узнать дату рождения. Где ее узнать, я хрен знает.
His MIT class ring, right where you can't miss it. The same one I saw on the body.
Нет, это новая игра.
June, who looks more like Jason than Lydia.
Ну да, это как бы читаться продолжение старых частей. Я немножко не понял вопроса, да. Я просто в первый вообще даже не играл, я не знаю. Вообще ничего нет. Безопасная зона, понятно.
Sorry, I'm busy.
Так, ну-ка.
My ship ended up at the bottom of the sea as well, like my other lives.
До судна. Так, тут у нас чего? Деньги, деньги. Ничего нет интересного. Вот еще что-нибудь есть. Так, ладно, мы здесь были. Ай, да уж. Что-то надо фигурки можно посмотреть, опа.
Moore's ambition could have made him one of our own. Instead, we made him our slave.
Да уж.
The ghoul who was searching here was looking for something specific. Ugh, what a mess. Fortress security.
Стена сейф сохранит ваши ценные вещи и ваши важные документы. Сейф с чем 15 точным запирающим механизмом, количество стороны, так понятно. Так, это походу про сейф, но ни слова. Какой код-то я хрен знает. Тут про сейф. Больше ничего нет. Да уж.
Lydia and June at the beach.
Вообще ничего интересного нет. Скрыть эту собаку. Ай, да уж.
Portfolios of old shares. A Boston manufacturer's files. The mayor's deeds.
Жесть туда.
I should put some money on that.
It was my greatest pleasure before. Now everything tastes like ashes.
Опа, у Саммер
My
посмотрите.
stock
Биржевые
prices.
сводки.
I had fun for a while too. At first.
Больше ничего нет, что ли? Так, ладно, пойдем тут. Это еще зайдем. Такс. У нас чего? Так, Это понятно, это не сюда. Просто опять на парковку. Вот парковки мы ничего не найдем интересно, я думаю. Сходим, я не знаю. Не поговорить.
Do you know if our backup's on the way? This should take a long time.
Ай, да уж.
Feeding on that is beneath a kindred. There's nothing in it.
Че интересно нету, да?
You should go see.
I know. I know.
Больше ничего не скажет этот типуля.
How can I help you, Agent Smith?
Тоже больше ничего не скажет, да?
Happy to help.
А, опа.
An old glass bottle taken from the trash.
Кстати, что подсвечено, можно убрать зрение.
How can I help you, Agent Smith?
Так, подожди.
Happy to help.
Сейчас попробуем тогда кое-что еще сделать. Так, если уберем зрение.
There's nothing in it.
Подожди.
A vehicle ran into the wall.
Do you know if our backup's on the way? This should take a long time.
Тихо, тихо, что тут было? Опа, здесь чуть следы.
Clearly, the driver had difficulty handling it.
Nothing yet.
Здесь стояла машина.
Do you know if our backup's on the way? This should take a long time.
Что за жизнь скачет-то, а? Так, что мы сейчас забрали, что можно? Опа.
Fine vintages imported
А,
from
это
Europe.
вино, ничего интересного.
More knew how to treat his guests. Ugh, what a stench.
Так, подожди. Задолбался путаться. По-любому надо как-то сейф открывать.
June in Costa Rica.
Что-то еще есть?
Someone tossed a bunch of stuff in this bag, in a hurry to leave.
Че нет?
Poems in Lydia's mother tongue.
Лидия от бабули 1852 год. Дочь. Понятно. Все не то. Мы все смотрели. Интересно. Кажется, здесь какая-то потайная дверь. Нет. А нет, не должна быть здесь.
A bathroom with a shower and a tub. June's father spoils her. June's whole life in pictures.
Опа, вот дата рождения.
June celebrating her 4th birthday.
44 день рождения. Значит, у нее 0409. Значит, она 11 года.
June celebrating her 4th birthday.
Так, 0409 2011.
Jason and June, probably on a beach in Costa Rica.
Так, 0409 2011. Ну-ка, подожди, попробуем. 0405 2011. Сейчас не придет, я хрен знает. Такс. 0409. Есть, блядь. Как я долго тебя искал этот...
A thank you letter from Fortress Security after the installation of a system for more. Maybe he kept it for reference. I've already heard about this company somewhere.
Наконец-то мы добрались. Вообще надо все искать очень досконально.
There was a lot of money involved. We're not going to get a return on our investment anytime soon.
Так, все, вернитесь к принцу. Все, мы эту локацию сделали. Теперь нам навалить отсюда. Вернитесь к принцу. Так, наверное, нам на выход надо, да? Или как? Пойдем на выход. Так, тихо, иди сюда. Наконец-то мы прошли это. Тут это долго путался вообще конкретно. Так, где тут у нас выход? Вот здесь, вот он. В принципе, мы все, наверное, сделали. Сейчас обратно на лифте и все, уходим. Уйти и дожить исследования. Конечно, уйти. Все, прошли наконец-то.
Let's go back to the prince.
Вот мы не нашли только потайную комнату в квартире. Вы принесли все отчеты, которые были нужны принцу. Вы взяли показания у консьержа. Вы нашли Гуля, служащего полиции. Вы выиграли в конфронтации с Войтом Альваресом. Вы нашли сейф спрятанный в кабинете Джейса Мура. Вы разблокировали телефон. Вы обнаружили все поразительные предметы, которые угрожали Маскараду. Бонус, резонанса, стойкость. Так, сейчас копримся на минутку. Так, ладно, продолжим. Квартира принца, сейчас будет доклад. Всех троих. Так, что нам прокачать-то? 130 у нас. Дисциплины. Доминирование. Дает на 1 очко меньше. Тут, конечно, цены у вас, товарищи. Красноречие. Умение соблюдать неписанное правило человеческого общества можно усилить. Запугивание. Убеждение. Психологию накачать. Проницаемость тоже нужна. Мудрость. Электроника. Все, у нас навыки кончились, да? Печально. Ладно, применить.
And like always, you've completed your mission.
Like always.
Those
Квартира
words don't
принца,
come from me.
19:00.
You must know what they say about you here.
No, I don't know. Enlighten me.
Well, you have kind of a reputation. It's actually rather flattering.
Что за репутация?
What exactly do they say?
Oh, you want to know? I didn't think.
Simple curiosity, nothing more.
Everybody kept saying that Galeb Bazori has been in tough spots before, and that you come through them unscathed. They were right.
Don't listen to gossip. Forge your own opinions.
Don't worry about it.
It's not a natural thing here. It takes some experience.
Mens et manus.
Мудрость. Где ты это слышал?
Mind and hand.
Разум и руки.
That's the MIT motto. One of my teachers used to say that the only way to really learn something is by doing it. You have a lot in common with him.
I'm unsure of how I'm supposed to interpret that.
It's a compliment. You didn't tell me what was in those files you gave the prince.
I don't see how that's any of your business.
To make up your own mind about something, the best way is to go to the source. And apparently, Jason Moore is well informed.
I see. You'll have to be patient, Fang.
Do you think your success on the mission could play to our advantage? I mean, for...
The prince will decide your fate when the time comes. Being useful to her can't hurt. How do you feel about it?
Honestly, I just want to get it over with. Like when you're going into finals.
Even if there's no going back?
It's a little late for that, isn't it?
It is.
Your child, Beryl Underwood, did he have any second thoughts?
I don't want to discuss it.
He's your only child, so I wondered how it went. Well, could you enlighten me?
Fang, are you sure that's all this is about?
Yes, obviously.
Ну, если так. Угу.
Fang,
Ответьте.
we can't trust Beryl. I want you to stay away from him, for your own good. Do you understand?
Yes. Loud and clear. I'll be careful.
Don't dwell on it anymore. He's not worth wasting your energy. Now, if you'll excuse me, Fang, I'm going to have a word with him.
Oh? To Beryl? Why?
I trust you, but I don't trust him. I asked you not to go near him. Apparently, I didn't make myself clear enough.
I thought the prince was gonna call for you any minute now.
I'm sure I'll have enough time to clear the air with him first. Once and for all. While you're waiting, stay put.
As you wish.
Так, отправиться в квартиру Беррила, чтобы поговорить с ним.
All right. Thanks, Ms. Ortiz.
Так, с этой поговорить.
Any news here?
Everyone is stressed out. I've never seen anything like it. They're all talking in hushed voices. They barely dare to look at each other.
People and their moods. I'm not interested in that.
I saw them take one of Jason Moore's bodyguards below. To question him, I imagine.
А вот они поймали, короче, одного телохранителя. Он живой.
How are things with the girl?
Excuse me.
It's Zhu Feng, right?
She's not a girl.
Things going okay?
The interest certain people have taken in her has given me cause for concern.
Maybe that's something you should talk about with the person in question. Do you think you'll embrace her soon?
As soon as possible, once the prince gives me permission.
А, в общем, ее хотят обратить.
You met Fang at MIT, didn't you?
Она еще не обращенная.
I first discovered her by reading one of her articles.
What does she write?
She studies the blue economy.
To each his own. I don't even know what that means.
It's about hope. A hope of making up for centuries of exploitation.
Since when are you concerned about that?
Since I saw Beryl poison our kind.
Blood or money? I've never embraced anyone.
How come?
The story of my life and my unlife. I have no progeny, mortal or otherwise.
By choice?
Yes and no. When things weren't so strict, I could have asked, but I didn't have anyone in mind. Not like you and Fang. Now it's too late, as I've clearly been made to understand.
Maybe you'll get another chance.
Oh, you mean that after the SI's done with us, our overpopulation problem will be solved?
I didn't mean it like that.
But still. Be that as it may, I hope the prince will allow you to do it.
I don't know.
I hope last night isn't weighing on you too heavily.
I'm all right.
The prince won't base her decision on just that. You've already proven your worth, Mr. Bazzori.
We'll see about that. I'd better be going.
See you.
Так, надо поговорить там с этим типом. Вроде на втором этаже квартира у него. Опа, смс, кто это смс у нас?
A message from Caius.
Кая.
Need you downstairs. Urgent issue.
Что тебе нужно срочно?
I'm going to have to choose. Help Caius.
А, выбор, помочь Каю или поговорить с Беррилом. Примите решение, отправьтесь на лифте на первый этаж, чтобы успеть прочитать, ответить на зов Кая Лето, отправиться в квартиру Беррила, чтобы поговорить с ним. Вот тут надо выбор делать. Что мы выберем? Примите решение. Давай попробуем так, Каю. Сходим к Каю. Каю Лето. А, вызвать лишь уже вызван. Штаб охраны, наверное, штаб совета. Первый этаж, так. Так, ну-ка. А, на минус первый, то есть в кабинет охраны. А, я понял, это кто такой? Это тот стрёмный тип. Кажется, это как-то повлияет на концовку.
We're waiting for Mr. Leto's signal. Until then, if you have any questions...
I want to report on his activities pronto. I don't like the sound of that at all.
Так, он Скайлета.
Follow me, please. We'll speak in private.
Пойдем поговорим. Что ты хочешь с меня?
You wanted to see me?
Happy to see you, Caleb. We don't usually let anybody down here, but I can bend the rules for you.
To what do I owe this honor?
I need you. Something's come up. On the night of the attack, someone sent a message to an unauthorized recipient.
Do you know who it was?
Not now, but I will soon enough. Otherwise, the prince will have my head. Caleb, I need your help. I get the feeling that it's all connected. It's too huge to be a coincidence.
Do you suspect anyone in particular?
Чародей.
Доказательства.
What you're telling me is extremely serious. I hope you have proof.
If I did, do you think I'd be asking for your help? But I wouldn't accuse her unless I had serious doubts. Think it through carefully. For starters, she's one of the few who knows how the system works.
She'd be able to cover her tracks, wouldn't she?
Maybe. But maybe she made a mistake.
I don't know. Jara has most likely been destroyed by now.
Do you have any evidence supporting what you're suggesting? Anyways, nothing concrete. Just a hunch, if you want to call it that. In my place, under the current circumstances, I can't really go poking my nose in her business.
And I can.
Nobody will bother you. I'm not asking for much. Just take a look in Jara's room to see if you can find anything that ties her to any of this. And if you could do it quickly.
Why?
Because I'm about to erase a ton of data. It's the Code Red protocol. And since Jara vanished, the prince wants her personal data to disappear along with her. That doesn't give us much time. You in?
Так. Что, мы зря шли? Конечно, помогу тебе.
I could maybe go and take a look around.
Так, у нас задание то отменилось. Пробирала.
Found a key to her room. Take it.
Thanks.
It's our last chance to recover the data from Jara Drury's computer before everything disappears for good. Just insert this thumb drive and it will download everything I need. If she betrayed us, I'll know.
Fine. I'll go see what I can find.
Thanks. One last thing.
Uh-huh.
If you could keep this just between you and me.
Fine.
And don't come back to see me here. It's supposed to be sealed. It'll look suspicious. I'll send in an engineer after you. Give him the drive when you're done, but don't tell him anything. We have to keep this between us.
As you wish.
Отправиться в квартиру Дрори. Так, ладно. Так, Северная, нам надо лифт опять или что? Там где?
It's a pleasure to have you back here.
James, isn't it? Jason Moore's
Oh,
bodyguard.
Yes, Mr. Missouri.
I've got some questions for you.
I've already answered so many questions.
You weren't with Moore yesterday. You went against standing orders.
No, he sent me to his office.
Why?
I was supposed to pick up some files. He was being really weird, like he was stalling for time.
You were supposed to bring him here, weren't you?
Yeah, but he said he had to get some documents from his place, and then he sent me to his office. At the time, I didn't think too much of it, but looking back on it, He was really doing everything he could not to leave with us.
You should have been more attentive.
Что случилось потом?
What happened once you got to his office?
I had a hard time finding what he wanted. He wasn't very clear about where I'd be able to find some specific invoices.
You lost precious time. You weren't his hand servant.
When I came back, the police had the whole place roped off, so I came straight here. And since then, I've done nothing but answer questions and wait.
How naive. Moore was at the party. So were you.
Yeah, I don't like to talk about it.
I'm here to help you. And to help you, I need to know what happened. I need you.
Okay. Okay. When we got there, Moore was stressed out.
Why?
He was waiting for Mr. Underwood. He kept asking for him. He had invited him to the party, I guess. Moore was in a hurry to see him.
What about the attack?
It was fast and bloody. I'd never seen anything like it. Heavy caliber, surgical precision. It's a miracle we made it out of there.
I don't believe in miracles.
It was like they knew exactly where to shoot. Like they had specified targets.
You were nobody to them. At best, collateral damage.
How lucky. I don't know how anyone could have made it out of there. Those guys weren't amateurs.
We lost a number of people. We're still searching.
Good luck.
Do you know what's going to happen next?
I have no idea. Nobody's telling me anything. Do you know?
The prince will determine your fate. When she has time.
I'm not a high priority, am I?
I wouldn't be in a hurry if I were you.
I could still be useful to the Camarilla. Please.
I'm not the one who needs to hear it. I must leave you.
I get the feeling I'll be staying here a long time.
Вот и сидим.
I'm no use to anyone here.
If you ask me, there's not much more you'll be able to get out of this retainer besides blood. But go ahead.
Типа комната допросов, да? Так, Яра у нас вроде на первом этаже или на каком, я не помню. Надо найти лифт. Так, лифт надо где-то здесь. А, вот здесь лифт, да. Так, цокольный этаж, фойе, штаб совета, кабинет принципа. Ну вот сюда нам надо. Надеюсь. Так, а нет, подожди, не сюда. Надо на фойе. Да, вроде по лестнице. Так, фойе, вот вроде сюда или туда. Да, наверное. Так, вроде сюда. Так, тут лифт. Так, это начни сюда. Был куда, тогда я ходил там. Так, это бар. Значит, повыше нам надо. Так, это что у нас? Ярадори. Здесь вроде ее комната.
Just ignore me and then call me in like this.
Now
get out of here before I make your blood boil.
Mr. Siaka, you're taking a big risk.
Goodbye.
Что за кипиш?
Asshole. Oh, I hope there won't be another attack.
Что за кипиш, братан?
Now she's sending you.
Run into some trouble with the prince?
That's a question to ask Hazel. She's the one who doesn't know what she wants.
Did she ask you to do something?
She summoned me like a servant. I know she doesn't trust me, even though I don't understand why. She's gone all paranoid Ice Queen, and there's no way I'm gonna let it cost me my head. I don't know how you still put up with her.
You owe your place in the Primogen to her.
What, you think I don't know that? I've always done my best to keep her from screwing things up. But when she reached out to Hartford...
Is there a problem with Hartford?
I told Hazel we can't trust them.
Do you have any evidence to support what you're suggesting?
She doesn't know Deneb the way I do. She wouldn't listen to my warnings.
Her plan was bold.
Risky is a better adjective. After what happened last night, I'm not sure you realize just how deep the shit we are in goes.
And I suppose you have the solution?
Maybe. Not that I'm happy about it. There's interesting stuff going on in other places. Boston's not the center of the universe.
We don't know who can be trusted. This is no time to leave. If the prince has kept you in the dark, she must have had a good reason for it. Just look at what happened.
Open your eyes, Caleb! The Boston Camarilla is crumbling before our eyes! What are the odds we survive?
Hazel has things under control. We'll get through this.
I have a hard time believing that. We have to prepare for the worst.
This kind of talk is beneath you.
You know what it's like to feel called to be elsewhere.
That has nothing to do with this. Salem isn't elsewhere. You won't be any safer there.
It's just a starting point. We thaumaturgs will find a way to deal with it. I've got a guest who's resting in my bed. Leisha brought him back from the reunification party.
Who are we talking about?
You wouldn't know his name. He's an old acquaintance.
A Tremere?
I've run into him a few times. He was one of Deneb's favorites. He has a few secrets I'm hoping to make him cough up. That way I don't turn up in Salem with nothing to offer.
I see that you've planned for everything.
I've already lost too much time. You shouldn't waste your time either.
If you leave, Hazel will catch up with you.
What do you mean?
You know, she doesn't like people who have been disloyal, especially now.
Hazel doesn't need new enemies. She should be wary.
Be careful.
Goodbye, Caleb.
Совершил паренек. Потом дыхание постели. Ну-ка, где его постель? Да, типок. Понятно.
It's no time to make it pretty.
Reading tarot. For those who are uncertain as to what the future holds for them.
Так, надо было в квартиру идти в эту, где она. Яра, вот. Ключом. Нам нужен компьютер.
Let's see if Caius was right.
Так, где компот?
Jara has always been wary of new technology.
Что-то какой-то кусок. Парная схема. Так, где время пришло? Такс. Ставь жучок.
That should take less than a minute.
Нам сейчас капец компа. Язычок с гипнотическим.
I hope Caius will be able to use what's on this thumb drive.
Так, ладно. У нас чего?
It appears that this place was hidden with an illusion. It's not like Jara to let that kind of thing wear off.
Нам ничего не дало, да? Опа, нас уже ждает.
Hello, Mr. Missouri.
А, инженер. Вот
Mr.
ему надо
Leo
отдать.
asked me to wait until you were done. He also told me you'd have something for me.
Привет, стрёмный парень. Давай, дадим ему.
Here it is. Give it to him, and him alone.
And don't ask any questions. I get it. Are you done here?
You may proceed.
Thanks.
Jara was onto something before she disappeared. There's something very worrying about that.
Hazel is probably ready to see me now. I won't make her wait.
Так, теперь надо встретиться с принцем. Надо опять в лифт. Ехать на второй этаж. Так, где у нас лифт? Так, именно вот здесь. Вот лифт. Так, сейчас копремся на минутку. Так, ладно, продолжим. Сейчас нам нужно кабинет принца. Сейчас с принцем поговорим, да закончим на этом. Ой.
The prince is ready to see you now.
Все, пошли. В смысле, в принципе, уже нечего делать. Все, пошли. А, кстати, можно было, наверное, поговорить с этим типом. Ладно, хрен с ним. Персонажи так сделаны ублюдска.
Caleb,
My prince.
we were expecting you.
How may I be of service to you this time?
One thing at a time. The situation has changed. The money is gone. The accounts have been emptied.
What?
Бабка дернули.
Only Jason Moore could have transferred the money. The situation is dire.
Moore would never have done it on his own. He would never have dared.
I agree. It's much too bold a move for him. And that's what concerns me the
Как
most.
себя подставили.
Someone used him to attack us. Someone who was extremely well prepared.
Часовня.
Hartford?
What would be their interest in all this?
Do you have a better idea?
Someone here.
If there's a traitor among us, I'll have their head.
One thing at a time. I'll take care of the traitor, personally. Failure is a luxury we will soon be unable to afford. If you have nothing more to say, we can move on to the reason I sent for you.
Походу, ваша банда прогнила. Досье Ричарда.
What did you think about Richard Dunham's file?
Money that should be going to me seems to go missing whenever he touches it. Richard is far too important to me. I can't afford to upset him now. But if his research doesn't pay off soon, I won't hesitate to show him my disappointment.
Досье.
Did you read Charade's file?
I wish I'd never seen it.
There's too much I despise in it.
She never mentioned she was monitoring the Primogen's finances.
But she's not here to shed any light on it.
I'm listening.
I've asked for your presence here because I have a new mission for you. Delson was able to track down the men who attacked us.
It wasn't easy, but it was impossible for them to disappear without leaving a trace after what they did yesterday.
Where are they hiding?
Long Island.
Yes, of course. An abandoned facility just off the coast. An old fort. It's the ideal place for a secret base.
And certainly much more. Who knows what they're up to out there?
How is it we didn't notice a thing?
They have abundant resources, and we're short on eyes.
It doesn't matter. We'll find the people responsible for the situation later. Our most pressing issue is preventing them from striking us again.
How?
You're going to go there and kill their leader.
Почему я?
Sending me there. That seems to be a rather bold choice.
I don't see anyone better for the job.
Infiltration isn't really my specialty.
You'll be dealing with Kine. You'll be a fox in a henhouse. I'm not worried about you. And Delson knows how to get you in.
Oh, that changes everything.
They evacuated the bodies from the site of the party, which is how we were able to pick up their trail.
There's a small, nondescript warehouse at Jeffrey's Point. As far as we can tell, their transfers from Boston to Long Island are made by boat. To avoid drawing attention to themselves, they've chosen to employ only small craft. There are bodies packed in the warehouse waiting to be shipped over. Do you get the picture?
You want me to disguise myself as a body to be evacuated?
Exactly. All you have to do is stop simulating your vital functions for a few hours.
It's risky.
It's risky, but it's now or never. We might never get another opportunity. We have to try.
The last transfer is probably going to take place tonight. After that, there's no way of knowing when we'll get another chance.
I need to know the details.
Let us worry about getting you into the warehouse. We've made all the preparations. You won't have to worry about a thing until you get to Long Island.
We know where they are. Why go through their warehouse?
Charging into Long Island blind would be far too risky.
And with a traitor in our midst, I'd rather keep this to a small circle of trusted people, to avoid any other unpleasant surprises.
And after that?
Once you're on the island, you'll be in uncharted territory. You'll be on your own.
Who is my target?
Walter Stanford.
He's the head of the Boston Task Force. He's part of what they call the Society of Leopold.
Someone else will take his place.
No need for you to worry about that for the time being. Your mission is to eliminate Stanford, and that's all.
What do we know about this Stanford?
Not much. They're very careful. He was sent from the Vatican, and he brought other fanatics with him. If he's here, it means that Rome has faith in him, and that can't be good for us.
He's got to be taken out.
What's the Vatican getting out of all this?
Your guess is as good as mine. But it seems that the kind are trying to get a better understanding of us in order to hunt us more effectively. These priests have been our enemies for ages. They have knowledge.
Putting an end to them is crucial. We must keep our enemies from unifying their strength.
I don't wish to be the bearer of ill tidings, but what if I fail? Do you have a backup plan?
Caleb, you won't fail. You're our only hope. We place all our trust in you to complete this essential mission.
There's no room for error, Bazori.
Aren't you worried someone will tip off the SI? There's still a traitor among us.
The traitors, my department. You need to strike quickly, and don't let anyone know of your plans. We can't take the slightest risk.
All right. I've heard enough.
Very well. Then you should get going. We've already lost enough time.
Very well. My prince.
Квартира принца. Вы могли предъявить претензию своему дитя Берлу за неуместный интеллект Сои Фен. Вы могли узнать больше секретов о Яредоре, чем изначально планировали. Понятно. Значит, не все обыскали опять. Так, теперь у нас следующая миссия за эту. 50 опыта. Это мудрость, проницательность. Больше ничего не качнуть, да? Физические. Так, теперь за это будем играть. Все приходят к принцу с закладом.
I'm guessing you tipped Bazori off to the traitor?
Yes.
Any news?
Nothing since Richard's report. My city is in danger. Everything I've built, all the dreams I've invested. That Judas is a threat to everything.
Not for long. You'll bounce back.
Yes. Congratulations on your negotiations with the Chantry. Our agreement with Hartford is crucial.
Your wish is my command.
I always knew I could count on you. You're a true ally, a loyal one, a future asset in my primogen. But one thing at a time. Before we get there, I have another favor to ask of you.
What a surprise.
About what I told you earlier concerning Delson and Long Island. I've got a plan.
Oh, I know that look. Hazel.
This is the best moment to strike.
That sounds like the definition of rushing into things.
Yes, but we have no choice. Delson?
We need to blind them, from the inside. They know too much about it. We have to change that. For that, we need someone to hit them with a surprise attack from within their compound.
I wish that person luck.
It's you.
That's way out of my league.
Hazel's not asking for your opinion. You proved you were reliable with Hartford. We need your skill sets for such a risky and vital task.
That's precisely what's got me on edge.
It's your chance to prove to the court once and for all that you deserve a place on the council, MM. After this, you'll be untouchable.
I sure hope so. All right. How do I get on this island? By boat?
I doubt it. Coastline's under surveillance.
So I swim across. All right. What then?
Kaya's wrote a program that can help us. If you can upload it into their system, it'll corrupt all the data they've got in their database. Their systems, the archives, it'll all be lost.
Allowing us to cover our tracks.
It's our best shot at making it through this. You'll just have to insert it into a computer that's on their network. That's absolutely essential. Any questions?
Your plan sounds pretty old school. There's no way to do that remotely?
We've tried, but Leto's agents weren't able to breach their security. Their network's too highly protected. That's why we need you.
I see. Am I allowed to take a partner? I'd feel a lot better about this if I had someone covering my back.
I understand, but that's not possible. We're already taking a risk by sending a person in to infiltrate their hideout.
Got it. So, let me get this straight. You want me to infiltrate the enemy base alone? The same enemies who just slaughtered half the camp.
Quit whining. You can have help.
Oh, really?
Your task will not be easy. You'll need a diversion while you sabotage their system. A raid near their base, for example.
That could work. Who will you send?
I refuse to sacrifice any more of our people. So we might as well send in the riffraff. The anarchs could do the job.
Come again?
You heard me. I want you to go see them and convince them to go with you to Long Island.
You're trying to thin their herd.
I'm balancing the scales, that's all.
They can't stand us. They'll never agree to fight for us, let alone on their own without us.
They don't have to know they'll be alone. Lead them to believe our forces will join up with them. The SI is a threat to the entire city. They're just as concerned as we are.
Send someone else to negotiate. A real emissary.
No one else knows the anarchs as well as you do. They go to your clubs, don't they? They know who you are. They know they can trust you.
I barely know them. I see a couple of them once in a while, but that's it. We're not exactly friends.
You're still in the best position to negotiate with them.
Yeah. Right then. Let's say I agree.
You don't have a choice, but I'll humor you.
How am I supposed to go about it? I can't just go chasing down every anarch I know to ask for their help.
There's only one anarch that counts. Their Baron.
Randall Thane?
That's right. He's in charge of the various anarch gangs in the region. I don't know where he is right now. You'll need to use your network.
I've got an idea of who I can ask. What can I use as leverage if they try to negotiate?
Money, favors. Offer them whatever seems useful.
All right.
One more thing. Don't tell anyone about your task, not even your sire. I don't want the council poking their noses into this. That will be all. I'm counting on you, MM. Be careful, and good luck.
I'm gonna need it.
Покиньте двор статьи с анархами Бостона. Так, ладно, мы на этом остановимся. Всем спасибо за просмотр. Подписывайтесь на канал. Всем пока.